Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to In Divine Time Tarot. I am your reader, Tamara Alicia, and let's just dive right in for today. This will be the first reading of the day. I'm going to be actually doing two. So this reading right here is just a quick energy check-in to see how we're doing. Earlier this week, I had posted a energy of the week video, like what we needed to know, and it was pretty heavy. And so I just wanted to do an energy check-in to see how we're all doing and to get any advice that we may need. So here, I'm just going to go through the cards that I pulled this morning, and then we're going to dive right into what Spirit is saying. So here we have the Hierophant, we have the Fool, and we have the Son of Cups. The Son of Cups is pretty much equivalent to the Two of Cups, but it's a little bit more in depth. So overall, as an energy today, I can definitely see that a lot of us have taken heed to the advice that Spirit gave us the last time, because a lot of us have surrendered. A lot of us have taken that burden, those issues of control, that stress, that anxiety, and we went into prayer this week. We went into manifestation this week. We went into writing in our journals, doing our gratitude practices, doing our shadow work. We went into meditation. A lot of us have done the work this week. We have surrendered that all of those energies that we felt as though were holding us back, all of those energies that we felt as though were keeping us strapped down, we released that and we gave that to God. We gave that to the divine. We couldn't hold it anymore. And I'm so happy for us, myself included, y'all. Next we have the Fool. And after this process of giving that all up, we feel lighter. We feel almost like ourselves again, right? We feel that stress, that anxiety, that book bag of rocks that we had on our back or crushing our chest is off of us. We can breathe again. We feel more playful. You may have found yourself over the past 2 days just feeling, the feeling is getting lighter and lighter. The worrying about, oh, what am I going to do about this, or what am I going to do about that? It's dissipating. And you think, well, why am I feeling like this? Because you decided to release that. So now, because you decided to release that, you are getting back into the space where you feel optimistic and like you know that the things that you desire are going to come through, because you know that the divine is going to provide them for you, and you feel a sense of just joy and confirmation. The word confirmation is coming through. It's just a feeling of knowing that everything is working out for you, right? And with the Son of Cups, this just is like the confirmation on the cake, because if you look here, you see the Son of Cups, he's balanced, right? He's sitting in between these two seagulls. He's sitting on top of the water, almost in meditation, playing a flute, right? He is at one with himself. He is balanced. He is not stressed. He is not anxious. He is in a space of peace and serenity. And because we let those burdens go, because we let this playful energy, this feeling of optimism and possibilities come back into our life, we have reached the point, and this is the point where all of our manifestations and all of the things that we want start coming in, when we're at this balanced place, when we're no longer worried about, oh, well, we got to make sure this happens this way and this has to go this way. We're no longer worried about that. We know that it's going to work out for our highest and greatest good. So let's just pull 2 additional cards. Again, this is just a quick energy check-in, guys. Just wanted to do this really quick. Sorry about the lighting, as the sun is playing peekaboo. So, Spirit, what additional messages, Spirit, what additional messages do you have for us for today? You deserve sugar, not salt. Okay. What additional messages do you have for us today? What additional messages do you have for us today? Okay, beautiful people. So we have Evil Queen, you deserve sugar and not salt. Clover, release your guilt. And Voyage, you already have all the answers. So for my folks that are still really struggling to release those worries, release that anxiety, release that stress, let me try and just adjust this camera a little bit. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see that a little bit better because of the sun. For you guys that are still struggling a little bit, Spirit is encouraging you to tell you that, and this is specifically for people that are struggling because they believe that they don't deserve the things that they want. Like they don't really think that they deserve the blessings that they desire to have, whether that blessing be a new opportunity. I'm hearing a baby. If you are thinking about if you're fostering kids and you want to adopt, or if you want to physically have a baby, I'm getting, for somebody it's about a child. Maybe you feel like because of your childhood, definitely. Because of your childhood, you are worried about if you will be a good mother or worried about if you will be a good father, because this is for men and women. I'll be worried about if you're going to be a good parent. And Spirit is saying that you have to, like, you'll be a great parent. The fact that you're even worried about if you will be a good parent or not lets me know that you will be a good parent. And Spirit is telling you that you deserve sugar, not salt. So stop thinking that you are not deserving of this, because you are. Release that guilt that you have around this. Release that guilt that you have from your own childhood. Even though you didn't do anything wrong, you still hold this guilt, but you have to release that. And you already know how. That's the thing. You already know how. Deep down, you know that this is not your fault. You already have the answers. It's just you have to go through the process of healing and discovery to really tie the connections back so that you're able to let that go. And that I know that was very specific for that particular group of people that have this feeling around a child or a baby or starting a family or something like that. But there are also other folks that are suffering from imposter syndrome, of not believing that maybe you already got this blessing and you are now second guessing it. Like you don't think that you deserve it. You don't think that you deserve to be in the room. And Spirit is telling you, yes, you do. And to get rid of that mindset, because baby, you know it. Like, you know, when you be in those meetings, you know what you're talking about. You, even when you don't say anything and you're just thinking about it in your head, and then let's say someone else says what you said, like what you were thinking, you have the answers. You just have to be confident enough in yourself to know that you know what you're talking about. You have to release those limiting thoughts, those limiting mindsets, because you already know it. You got this. So I'm just gonna pull one last card, guys, and that is going to be it. Spirit, is there any additional guidance on what we should work on if we're still struggling to release those thoughts? Yeah, I knew that would come out. So solar plexus. Yeah, same thing came out again, solar plexus and root chakra. Not surprised at all that root chakra came out twice and also solar plexus came out twice, especially solar plexus. Specifically with the root chakra, guys, the root chakra is associated with our core, like our foundational identity of who we are. It is, think like survival, right? This is that type of energy. That is what that controls. It's located at the base of our spine, and this relates to us being able to connect to our bodies, being able to connect to the physical world around us. The basis of how we think about our safety, our survival, shelter, grounding, nourishment, self-esteem, boundaries, physical health, all of that. And so whenever we have any issues with a unbalanced or blocked root chakra, the feelings that are prevalent within us are feelings of isolation, abandonment issues. We find it hard to trust other people. There is a fear that is connected with being able to properly control our emotions. Sometimes we're even scared of our own minds. And by scared of our own minds is what I mean by that is like we're constantly thinking or rethinking the decisions that we make. It's like an internal battle of our own minds that we're constantly facing. We may have difficulties manifesting, finding a partner, a good job. Like it may be hard for us to connect and keep thriving friendships because we have trust issues when we have issues with our root chakra. And so I'm going to post a separate picture with this card so that you're able to go ahead and follow, if you decide to follow the instructions on the back. There are just some tips to help you with unblocking and rebalancing your root chakra, especially with breath work. So with the solar plexus, again, I'm not surprised at all that this came out. And this is very specific for those people that I mentioned that even, you know what, this is very specific for both of anyone that's still struggling, but this especially is for the people that I mentioned where I said starting a family, whether that is adoption, regular birth, whether you're adopting like a sibling or a cousin, or if you're already fostering children and you're thinking about adopting them, but you feel like there is something holding you back. Your solar plexus sits above your navel, and your solar plexus is what helps you to trust your gut instinct, and it helps you with your confidence, with your self-worth. And going back again to when I said, like, specifically for those people that are thinking about wanting to adopt that child and thinking about their childhood and, okay, well, I wouldn't be a good parent because this happened when I was a child, and how am I supposed to be a good parent and I didn't have a good parent as an example? And like I said before, the fact that you're even thinking about how to be a good parent is showing you that you will be a good parent because you're already questioning it. And the solar plexus, once it is balanced, will allow you to heal those past wounds, to reparent yourself before you are parenting someone else, or reparent yourself while you're with your child or have that child that you're currently fostering. I also feel as though that this definitely applies to those folks that are suffering with feeling like they have that imposter syndrome, along with the root chakra. The root chakra and the solar plexus really combine to help us to build a solid foundation and give us the confidence to move forward and to initiate and to do the things that we want. So again, I'm going to post the back of all of these 4 cards right here so that you guys are able to follow along with the meditation or the breathing exercises. I really hope this energy check-in resonated. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, I cannot on TikTok post my actual link, so I always just put it on that video, and you know, you can put it in your browser if you want to, or just DM me and I can just copy the link and send it to you. Thank you again for taking the time out to listen to my reading, and I'll see you on the next one.